peeps, and welcome to a new video here on my channel. This video will be a little bit different. It's not just a makeup tutorial, but we are going to compare two eyeshadows, and this is so interesting because it is the, what's it called? Rose in the Air Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette, and then we have the Modern Renaissance eyeshadow palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm sorry, but like it is so similar I can't even. And when I swatched them all, they are identical, kind of. And I think that this eyeshadow palette from Wet n Wild is like $5, and the Modern Renaissance is like $45. So you can see where I'm going with this. Drugstore, not drugstore, are they just as good? So what I've done is I've used Wet n Wild on this side and the Anastasia Beverly Hills on this side. I mean, everything is, as I said, very affordable that I'm using, and it's interesting with the eyeshadow palettes. So yeah, if you want to see all of that, then just keep watching. For those of you that was kind of upset with me my last makeup tutorial because you didn't like that I was fake tanned, here you go. I am back to my ghost self. I'm almost blue because I'm so pale. So there you go. Here I am in my natural color. This is not foundation if you think it is. This is the primer, the NYX Professional Makeup Total Control Drop Primer. I love this one. I'm gonna go in with the Matte Clay Skin Clarifying Foundation in number 12 from The Body Shop. I used to love this one, and I wanna know, do I still like it? Do I not like it? I think I have a first impression on this actually, so if you want to see that, then check it out. Okay, just a little bit like that. And then I'm gonna go in with a sponge and just blend it all out so it looks flawless. On to the concealer, and this is actually a product that I don't like, but I used to like it, but I know that I don't like it right now, at least I think. So yeah, but it's the only like drugstore cheap, I don't know if cheap is the right word for it because I don't want it to sound bad, but cheap sounds bad, but cheap isn't bad. But yeah, this is the HD concealers from NYX Professional Makeup. I have it in the shades Fair and Porcelain, and I think that I will go in with the shade Porcelain because it looks more yellow, and I am a yellow. I know that when I started with makeup, when I was like super young, I had this and I used to love it, but then I didn't really have anything to compare with. I just wanted to like it because it was in my price range. I haven't really found that many good concealers that are at drugstore. Okay, why is this pimple not being concealed? Yes, it is Monday and I'm eating popcorn. It's summer, okay? I can do whatever I want. I'm an adult. Kinda. For bronzer and contour and blush, I'm gonna go in with this Quad Contouring Palette 01 from The Body Shop. I love this one, even though the palettes are very small. So that's like the only con I think that I have, but they are really good. The contouring shade is like my perfect one when I am pale. Would you say that The Body Shop is a drugstore? Because I don't know, but like I would say it is. Maybe not that it's like super cheap as Sleek or Wet n Wild or stuff like that, but it's very like convenient. At least I think in all countries, most countries, not China, but like most countries. And yes, I am going to blend this more, don't worry. Is this nose contour way too harsh? Because I can't really tell. Bronzy. I need some bronzer. And now it is time for highlight, and this highlight I have not tried yet. It is completely new, at least here in Sweden. It is from Wet n Wild called Highlighting Powder in Blossom Glow. Ooh, cute. And then I'm gonna use some on my Cupid's bow, on my nose. Don't forget the sides of your nose. I've said this so many times, but it's just very important, I think. And then before we go in with the eyeshadow, I'm gonna go in with my brows quite fast. And to that, I'm gonna use the NYX Professional Makeup Precision Brow Pencil in ash brown. And then I'm gonna go in with the Neve Cosmetics Brow Gel in Roma Brown. Base and brows are done, and now it is time to compare these two eyeshadow palettes. That's the word. I think all of you guys really know this palette. This is the Modern Renaissance from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is my favorite one from all of the Anastasia palettes. It is just the kind of shades that I want in a palette. Like, I can use this every single day. I love the formula, I love the colors. It's perfect for like an everyday just smoky brown eye, or if you want some reddish or pinks. I don't know, it has everything, but it is very expensive. I think it's like $45. So I just received the Wet n Wild color icon called Rose in the Air, and as you guys can see, obviously it's not looking the exact same, but a lot of the colors are very similar. I do love a lot of the Wet n Wild products, so, and I know that they have great quality. So that's what we're gonna do today. I think that I will swatch a few of the shades, at least the shades that look similar to this, and then we could try some of them on our eyes. Oh my god, this is like the worst swatches ever because my arm bends, obviously. Okay, I will just film this quickly on my phone, and then I can include it so you can really see. So first off, we have shade number 1 against Warm Taupe. They are very similar, but Warm Taupe is a little bit cooler and darker, I would say. Then we have number 2 against Tempera. They are also very similar. We have number 6 and the shade Real Girl. They are also very similar, but the Anastasia Beverly Hills shadow are darker, but they both have the same undertone, and a lot of the shades from Anastasia Beverly Hills are darker, I say. So next off, we have number 3 against Primera. Primera is a lot more pigmented than Wet n Wild, but these are still very pigmented, so I don't really have anything bad to say about it, honestly. Then we have number 7 and Red Ochre, and on these ones I would actually say that I prefer the Wet n Wild, because the Wet n Wild is a lot more brick red, while Red Ochre is more brownish. Then we have number 4 against Buen Fresco. And these ones, again, very similar, but Buen Fresco is darker and a little bit more pigmented. Then the shade that I will probably go for a lot in this video, because I love it, and also I think that you guys would most likely want that shade. I don't know, I think it's one of the shades that people really want. So we have number 8 and Love Letter. And these ones are so much alike. Maybe that Love Letter is a little bit more on the pinky side, and the Wet n Wild number, what was it? Number 8, a little bit more on the red side. And then number 5 and Antique Bronze. Actually prefer Wet n Wild side because it is more warm toned. On the pan, the next shade called 9 and also Cypress Umber. They're not very similar on the pan, or in the pan, I would say. But swatched, they are very much alike. I can't really see any difference at all. And then the last shades, we have number 10 on the Wet n Wild side, Raw Sierra on the Anastasia Beverly Hills. Very similar. Okay, so now we will just see what shades should I use. I will use 2 different eyeshadow brushes as well, just so you guys know. And first off, I will go in with the shade number, this one, the orangey shade. So I will use the Wet n Wild. What did I say? Okay, I will use it on the right side, and then on my left side, I will go in with this shade called Real Girl. And I will use these shades in my crease. Like, first look of them, both palettes are quite powdery. They are super pigmented, and that is probably why they are so pigmented, just because they are quite powdery. So I really like that actually, and I don't have a problem with it. Just if you like take some on the brush and do it like that, and then you will probably be okay and not have any fallout. And then we will change shadow and also brush. Now I'm going to take a flat brush and I'm gonna use number 8, the pink one, and I'm gonna put it on my lid. I never really like flat brushes. I never think that they like apply colors that well. Let me just use my finger. A lot better. Apparently this will be a quite dark look. And then the shade that will be used on this side is called Love Letter. Okay, it is more pigmented, but it's like the exact same color. And now I will go in with the shade called number 7, and I will use this in the outer and inner corner. And for the Anastasia Beverly Hills side, I'm gonna use the red shade called Red Ochre. Okay, so the top is kind of done. So I will just go in with the pink shade and the darker red on the bottom. Pink on the inner corner, and then the dark red in the outer corner. I hope that you guys can see, this is the Wet n Wild palette, and it has a lot of fallout while touching up the pigment, but it's kind of like that on the Anastasia Beverly Hills side as well, so I don't really hate it. I know that some people really don't like when palettes do that, but for me it's just a proof that they are very pigmented, so for me that's totally fine, honestly. Okay, so let's use these shades. Red Ochre. And now to highlights in my inner corner and also underneath my brow, I am going to go in with a mix, actually, with the shade number 1 and 2. And then for this one, I'm gonna go in with Tempera and Primavera. I don't know, I'm butchering all of these names. I'm so sorry. So, oh my god, I was gonna do this. Okay, Evelina, take it easy. I am going to curl my little lashes, and I'm going to apply some mascara and some lashes. Before I put some mascara on the bottom lashes, I'm gonna go in with the NYX Professional Makeup Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, and definitely a Turn On waterproof eyeliner in Glitzy Gold. And now the final step is of course lipstick, and for that I'm also going to use a product from Wet n Wild. It is their Megalast Liquid Catsuit Matte Lipstick in Gimme Mocha. Oh, is it a little bit too red maybe? Okay, so this is the final look, and from what I can see, I will give you a close-up, of course. But my thoughts on the both palettes, the Rose in the Air from Wet n Wild and the Modern Renaissance from Anastasia Beverly Hills. As you guys can see, they are so similar. I think that, how many is it? This is 10 shades and this is 14. So 10 and 14, so it's not that much of a difference on the color scheme or whatever. And also like the shades that you don't get are Vegetarian Red, You don't really get Vermeer, Golden Ochre, and Burnt Orange. These are the shades that I use the most, and they are so similar. It looks like I've used the same palette. Although I might see some stuff that you might not see, and also as I've used them, figure out some stuff about them that I'm going to tell you now so you guys know. First of all, the Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette is really good. For its price, it's honestly amazing, and I would say that if you don't have the money, I think this is like $5 or something. If you don't really have the money to buy something like this, I would 100% recommend this. And also I might say even that this is a better choice for someone that just is starting to learn makeup, because you can work with it a lot more than the Modern Renaissance. The Modern Renaissance is more pigmented, so it's a little bit harder to work with. You don't, like with this one, you can, I think that with the Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette, you don't really make that big of a mistake if you do a mistake, but if you do a mistake with the Modern Renaissance, you will have like shadow all over your face pretty much. This blended out really nicely. It is so pigmented. The shadows are just my favorite ever. So yes, I love it. I do. But I do have to say that now that I have them both, I would go for the Modern Renaissance. First of all, it is more pigmented, and for me it's just easier because I know exactly how to work with it. So for me it's easier to just pack it on quickly. You don't really have to blend as much, and also you don't have to pack it on as much just because it's already so pigmented. I love the look of this palette a lot more, and also it did blend a lot better. You can see it. I hope that you can see that the Anastasia Beverly Hills side is a lot more blended. I honestly don't know even what to say more, but I love them both. But the Anastasia Beverly Hills is just closer to my heart. But I would say that you should go for this at least first, and then if you love the shades, you can go for this when you've like mastered this kind of. If I've forgotten something, then just comment down below and I can answer everything for you if you wondered anything about the special shadow or anything like that. But last words, it looks amazing on both sides. I love the shades, I love the palettes, and I love this look. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy this, and also if you want more comparison stuff, just tell me and I can make that for you. Also, if you have not already, please subscribe to my channel and also click the bell, because if not, you might not get notified, which sucks. So yeah, that's it. I really hope you have an amazing day, and I hope we will see each other in the next video. Bye!